Now, what do you do if you're faced with this and this reality, and you work for a place, let's say, like Fox News, right? I mean, there's a reason why Donald Trump doesn't want to respond, doesn't care. Just like there's no one around him in the White House who really gave a crap. I mean, that's what it comes down to. It's just like there's no one in his administration who has any sensitivity to this because there's nothing in it for him electorally. And there's no one in his administration who has any type of relationship with Puerto Rico. And if you just start with the assumption that there's nothing that Donald Trump, or any president for that matter, but particularly Donald Trump does, that is in some way, that is not transactional, it's not providing a direct benefit, and there's no one in the White House who has no relationship to Puerto Rico. I mean, that's how you get into this situation. Just no, yeah, it'll be fine. Whatever. It's not that pressing. We want to save our resources for something that is. And what if you do, if you're one of those people who does? Can you imagine if you found yourself in that administration, somehow you had some passing interest in what was going on in Puerto Rico? Maybe because it was your brand a little bit to sort of care a little bit, supposedly, about this stuff. But you worked in the administration. What would you do? How would you sort of walk that line? Well, Geraldo Rivera has that situation, but with Fox, right? He's the one who's sort of like the House liberal over there, the one who actually, supposedly cares about this stuff. So he goes down there. How does he, in some way, sort of maneuver around that? Well, here, play this clip of him interviewing the mayor.
And apparently he hasn't been getting it, or he hasn't been watching the news.
But are people dying? I've been traveling around. I don't see people dying. I spoke to the doctors. They saw 53 patients, and they had a person who was septic, but nobody dying. I wonder.
Well, dying is a continuum, right? If you don't get fed for 7-8 days in your child, you are dying. If you have 11 people like we took out of a nursing home severely dehydrated, you are dying.
So do you wish you had characterized that a little more?
It is. I said it the way it is. I don't have to characterize anything in any way that is not the reality. That is the truth. He who has eyes will be able to see it. He who has an open heart will be able to feel it. Those that prefer to be blinded to injustice, that's their issue. I have no time for that.
How much of that is politics? The fact that you and the president are different parties and...
Well, I'm not a member of the Democratic Party. I have democratic values, shared values with the Democrats. Senator Marco Rubio's office came here. He's not a Democrat. General Buchanan, don't take the word of a 5-foot-tall, 120 pounds mayor.
You're plenty big enough.
General Buchanan said yesterday, we don't have what it takes to deal with this situation. So don't take my word for it. Take the general's word for it.
All right, that's part one of my interview.
Yeah, that's part one of my interview, and it's my way of making sure that I still have a place to come back to when I get back to the mainland, and Fox News wants to continue to work with me. I brought up the skepticism about the mayor about a city on an island with millions of people, half of whom, 1.5, who don't have drinking water. Were you being a little hyperbolic? Don't have electricity. There's 3 dialysis shops that are open out of like 20 on the island. No transportation for those people. Unbelievable. Just disgusting.
Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos